CQ, and welcome back to the 599 Signal Report. I am your host, Ron. In the shack with me today, I have Ryan, AC4NK. Ryan, you're coming in 599 into November Yankee. How am I sounding?
I got you at a 599 in Tennessee, my man. That's that energy. Boy, I feel it. All the way down here in Tennessee. I'm ready to go.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. And thank you for Tango November. And let's rock this podcast and let's bring that energy. So, Ryan, let's talk about ham radio and let's talk about CW. But first, how'd you get started? Where did you learn to start that ham radio journey? Where did your CW journey begin?
Yeah, so man, like going back, because I've only been a ham. I got my license in March of last year. And like so I'm 36 and sometime, I don't know, like 12, 13, 14. I was like, man, I started hearing a little bit about radio and I've always been interested in like wireless communications. And just always had that in the back of my mind. And traditionally, as I've just grown and from job to job and things like that, I've just learned what I wanted to and needed to for the life and the job I'm doing. And it just got to a point last year. I'm like, well, I've always wanted to learn it, and like, what is it? And I just looked it up. Like, how do I learn about ham radio? I just Googled it, and ham radio prep popped up and I was off to the races. Like that was the best learning I could do as far as like getting a tech. I actually got my tech and kind of sat on it for a couple of months because it wasn't really active. Then a buddy of mine got his tech and his general the next week. And I was like, well, a buddy of mine that I work with. And it's funny. So he got that. And the very next day, I took my test for my general. But if you look in the database, we got it on the same day. So I always say, he'll say he beat me. I'm like, you can't prove it. So, yeah.
Right on, right on, right on. So that was the journey into the ham radio. And then those dits and those dies.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Yeah. So a lot of the same thing. It was like when one before I got into ham radio, I didn't know they kind of went together. And so I would always wonder about ham radio. And then you always hear this Morse code. Like, what is it? People are talking with dits and dies. That sounds cool. And I always wanted to learn that too, or know about it when I was younger. And so I start the ham radio journey, and then you learn, well, that's pretty much the best place to actually practice Morse code. So I immediately, once I got my license, I got my extra in June, and I was on the air in CW. I want to say June, late
Wow.
June.
Wow.
Yeah, it was terrible. Like,
That's all
and
right.
like Foda makes it easy with the exchange and all that, but yeah, I think I have like a little YouTube short out there, and like with my straight key, the ham radio duo straight key. And yeah, I'm asking for repeats like 6 times when people work with me. It was awesome.
Very cool, very cool, very cool. And how did you learn the code?
So I started with Long Island CW Club.
Okay.
And, they had the carousel method, which is fascinating for a lot of people. But I like to learn and I like to learn rapidly. So once I got in and saw like what they were doing as far as learning the alphabet, the 18 letters, and then the rest of the 40, I was like, well, because once you're in there, you learn, the website you go to, right? I just went there on my own and like I just started immediately learning the entire alphabet and all the numbers. And I have a little, I think, Forrest KI7 QCF. He has the Ham Cube, Mini Cube, or
Ah, the
something like
cube,
that, the little
yes.
device. Yeah,
Hmm.
I was looking for one of those, and they were sold out at the time. So I got on Amazon. I think it's a Pudakeeg CW trainer.
Nice.
Yeah, Pudakeeg
For the
CW
cake.
trainer. So like $40, 30, $40. And I just would send the alphabet all day and then numbers and some punctuation. But as soon as I knew my call sign, I started hunting people,
Right.
the code activations. And then after that, I was out there. I don't know. I don't remember the time between I started hunting and to when I started activating, but I definitely started hunting first. And then once I knew more of the characters outside of my call sign, I just got on the air. And I found that's like the best practice was to sit there and call CQ as far as practice is call signs. So like after that, you don't have a lot of rag chews going on, but being able to, especially with DX call signs, just copying those and they're coming in, it was the best practice, really.
Very cool, very cool. Yes, especially on the East Coast, we get those did so they get the Spain station and the French stations always calling us over. Especially sitting in the park, you thinking, "Oh, I'm only running 5 watts," but no, they're coming in blazing, loud and clear.
Yep, I was at a park Sunday, and so I had, I don't know, 2, 3 months. The last 3 months, I say, has been my on air time has dwindled, but I'm getting back to it. But I was at the park Sunday, and it was Argentina. Da 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 da.
That's right.
LU. It was the first time I got that, and I was like, I think that was LU. And sure
Huh,
enough, it was
sure was.
LU5HCB. So that's pretty fun.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
it's always fun when they come in. Unless you're doing a digs contest, you're not looking for
Right,
them, and then
right.
yeah, it
Right.
comes in. You're like, okay, got a little digs going on.
Right. Yeah, you're not
Mhm,
looking for them unless you're doing the contest, and we're definitely going to talk about
mhm.
contests today as well. But definitely, and so you started talking about it. What is it? How did you find POTA, and what is it about POTA, either the hunting or the acting that just captivated your interest?
I think we found POTA. So when I got my license and all of that, I was with my buddy got it after me, but he was supposed to start with me. And we saw the Parks on the Air thing initially. I forgot. I think he brought it to me. I think he might have saw Ham Radio Crash Course
Okay.
talk about it on a YouTube video and they sent it to me. I was like, oh man, this is cool. Like you just go outside and set up this equipment and just talk to people. Like that was pretty awesome. And then you find that like there's people out there that love to just be at home and hunt. And you got people like me that love to go to a park and activate.
Mhm.
It is like one of the biggest thrills as far as ham radio and what I've been doing so far. Just being there and have this pile up going. And whether it's, I know some people get upset when like people zero beat, and I always look at that as like, well, yeah, I don't understand anything that just happened because it was just a, brrr, but I have all these people wanting to talk to me, and that's pretty cool.
That's right.
So yeah, just the thrill of activating is kind of what keeps me into it and just getting out there, especially with CW, because you got
Absolutely.
all the call signs coming in, you don't know what it is, and just decoding and all that. It's pretty fun.
Yes, very cool. Yes, indeed. Definitely fun and definitely get out there, get in the park, get out and activate. Even if Western New York, we have cold winters, and I'm sure Tennessee has hot summers.
Mhm. That's pretty much when I was out and about at first last year was during the summer. And man, you talk about Tennessee, West Tennessee especially, it's just really humid and you just out here sweating. And then in Tennessee, you get all the seasons. So
That's right.
late last year, early this year, it's really cold. I'm out there with my buddy heater.
Hmm.
I make videos and people are like, oh, that's an awesome idea. I'm like, it's the only idea because I'm not out here without it.
You freeze without it. Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So let's talk a little bit about diversity in ham radio. So growing up, I'll be the first to admit, an African American family, we didn't ham. That's something you ate at Easter. What are you talking about ham? Let's talk about this. So talk about diversity in ham radio. Is it knowledge? Is it something we just I don't know. Just give me your thoughts.
Yeah, so it's funny you say that because I'm the same way, obviously. Like, I was talking to somebody recently and it's like, yeah, like I play basketball, I play football, baseball, even soccer. And like soccer is kind of the ham radio sports for like African American people.
Right.
We don't play a lot of
I'm gonna play a
soccer.
lot of soccer.
And well, yeah, but my buddy, another buddy, he's talking to me. He's like, man, you used to be a bad dude when you pick up a basketball. Like, when's the last time you hooped? I was like, it's been like half a decade. He's like, all right, you just pick up a radio now. Like, what's that like? I just give him the whole spiel. He's
Nice.
like, that's pretty cool. So I'm like most things, we just haven't been introduced to it yet.
Correct.
And like it's the more people like us that's out there doing it and the more we see, because since I've been doing it and I have these videos on YouTube, TikTok, the amount of like the black people that have messaged me, like, hey man, it's awesome to see that this is a thing for us.
That's right.
Like, keep doing it. and some of them aren't hams, and they see that we're out there, and they're like, I got to get out there. I've been thinking about it, but I didn't. I didn't know it was so inclusive. I was like, man, everybody I met's been awesome,
Awesome.
awesome. Yeah, so that's pretty neat to see.
That's
But
right.
maybe, I'm not gonna say we'll take it over one day. Maybe we'll see like 5 of us at a time at a certain place.
That's right. That's right. Not just
Yeah,
one or two of
yeah,
us. It'll be more
yeah,
than one or
yeah.
two. So yes, that would
You
be
need like
awesome.
2 hands to count them all, so we've been in a good spot.
That would be a good spot to be in, indeed. Indeed, it will be. So definitely appreciate that. That your comments on that. So you mentioned your YouTube video. Let talk and your YouTube channel. What prompted you just to turn on your camera, say, "I'm going to record this," and you know what? I'm just going to pop it on YouTube.
It actually comes from the one I like to see. So I told you earlier that I'm good at learning, and well, I didn't word it that way, but I have learned a lot, and that's kind of like my superpower. And it's very easy for me to learn different things. But with that, I always have to start at the bottom, and I get a lot of people as I play basketball now with Morse code, and oh man, you're so good, and like you can do this, you can do that. And I say that realizing I'm not that good. Like we all have plenty of work to do. But they look at these things and like, I don't see myself getting to that point. So initially, I was like, well, I just started this and I want to put out these videos because I know I'm going to get better. And I want people, obviously, people are going to see me get better and they'll see those videos, but I always have those others to kind of point back to and say, yeah, sure. You hear me copy this call sign at 35, 40 words per minute. But let's take it back 6 months or whatever, which
Yes.
I understand is a rapid increase, but still, it had to happen that the learning and the getting better. Let's take it back, wind that clock back and show you that I was struggling with 12 words per minute and I had to ask for people to repeat, and they're putting Farnsworth in there, and I'd still get it wrong. So yeah, is to kind of show that thing, and then to go back to the African American thing. I think it's important. There's no way for us to know we're out there. That's
Right.
the big thing with the internet now. So there's no way for us to know that we're out there unless somebody is showing we're out there.
That's right.
So just being available,
Very cool.
that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, that's it. Being available, being out there.
Yeah.
So you mentioned it. QRQ, fast speed sending and fast speed receiving. Talk about QRQ. What drew you to what's drawn you that way?
And that is so. I learned early on. Like, when I was learning the characters, I was going 12 words per minute, and I was really struggling because, da 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 is can only be so fast and only be so slow. And I learned the faster I would hear it, the better I could recognize it. So I started immediately, like I told you, I used my trainer. Now on my trainer, and when I practice on what's it called Morse code world, whatever
Mhm.
that is,
Yep, parts
I'm
around there.
doing it at 50. Yeah, doing it at 50 words per
Whew.
minute. Yeah. But obviously, if somebody's coming and sending me their call at 50, I'm not gonna get it unless it's a 1 by 2, and I probably have to ask for a repeat.
Right.
But just to hear it over and over and over and over, the faster it is, the better it sounds when I drop it back down to 30, 35. And when I was practicing at 35, it made 20 drastically easier.
Right.
And I choose to stick at those speeds because one, they're more fun to me, especially for the contest. And like I started the Ragchews. I've enjoyed the Ragchews where I'm going 30, I'd say 25 and up. And hopefully want to get to a point where I'm at like 35 with uh, a minimum amount of repeats, asking for
Nice.
repeats,
Very
getting to
cool.
that 20. That's my goal for this year
Very cool.
is to get more proficient with QRQ rag chews. But yeah,
Nice.
it's just found it to be a lot more fun when it's got that speed in there. And it sounds better to me. Like the CW just sounds better when you
Mhm.
have a little speed
That's right.
and just quicker to recognize the characters.
Right. Yeah, it does. And you talked
Yeah.
about lifting that weight. Our friend and mentor W4EMB, Ed Bennett, he talks about
Yeah.
when you're lifting that weight, instead of picking up the smaller weight, you're picking up the heavy
Mhm.
weight. So that
Yes, sir.
50 words per minute, woo, that's a heavy weight. Shout out to Ed.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love it. But yeah, picking up that weight. When I say, man, it's like, you got people that go in there and they just pick up that 50-pound dumbbell and they just work it. And you're like, they've been doing it a
That's right.
So I'm gonna go over here and grab this 20 and I'm gonna pump this 20 times. And then maybe a couple months from now I'll be on the 30, whatever that looks like. So
That's right.
just
I mean,
sticking it out. But
let's
yeah,
stick
you
it out.
mentioned that. I love that guy. He's I think we met up a couple of times now. I think we just met each other through YouTube,
Yeah.
and I don't know which one of us reached out to who about a meetup, but we're both pretty outgoing. So one of us reached out to the other, like, "Hey, we should meet up. You're in Tennessee, I'm in Tennessee. Let's make it happen." We went to the Paris Landing, and
Nice.
we were there for hours. Like
Hours. Nice.
we were on the air for like 40 minutes, but we were there
W
talking for hours.
Talking
Had a
for
good time.
hours.
Yeah,
Very cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, another guy, I wanna get up and, go to Kentucky and meet Jim. This is
Ah,
N4JW.
and for JW.
That'd be
Okay.
pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
Shout out to
that'd be
Jim.
pretty cool. Yeah, yeah, definitely.
All right. So with QRQ, that's going to make contesting much easier. What do you how do you feel about contesting? Have you done contests? Are you going to shoot for contests? What's your thoughts on contesting?
Yeah, so I'm doing them now. I haven't actually done one in a couple of months because of, like, work schedule and whatnot, but so I got started with basically the CWTs,
Okay.
the, CW Ops
Oh yeah.
weekly tests, and, those are weekly. They had like Wednesday and early Thursday. It's a couple different times, but those were a blast. And then I actually learned about the SST and MST after I started those. I think my first official contest was the CQDX
Nice.
late
Big one.
last year. Yeah. And I didn't do it the whole contest. I forget how many points I got, but they recently like released all of those the results and everything. And I joined the Tennessee contest group
Oh, very cool.
and a guy in there, Billy, he reached out to me, emailed me, and was like, man, that's a nice score for a Rick. I was like, hey, I appreciate it. I'll take it. But yeah, contest, that's gonna be something I'll do from here on out. Just as a like former basketball player, and then I was a mixed martial arts athlete as far
Okay.
as like fighting,
Yeah.
doing that a little bit professional.
Very
But
cool.
the contest would give me something to fight that competitive get that competitive, edge back going, so
Very cool. Very
it's been
cool.
pretty fun.
Yeah.
Even though it's not anything physical, it's just really bragging rights, but hey, who
Take
doesn't
it.
want those?
Take
Yeah,
it.
yeah, take what I can get.
That's right. And we do share martial arts. I am a Taekwondo martial artist. So I've done
Yes,
Taekwondo for 20 plus years. So fifth degree
that's
black
awesome,
belt. So I've definitely been doing it for a
awesome.
while.
Yeah,
So yeah. So you mentioned the Tennessee contest group. We gotta go back to that.
mhm.
De-expeditioning. What's your thoughts on doing a de-expedition one day?
That is man, I've been thinking about that. I was like, I gotta figure out, I don't know what, contest to do or just anything, and then, like, you got the contest, I was thinking it'd be nice just to go to Hawaii and set
Yeah.
up
Yeah.
with a Yagi and point it up here for people to get Hawaii or something, you know?
Yeah. Yes.
But, that's definitely something that's interests me, and it's just booking the time and the trip pretty much.
Of course.
Figure out where to go. I gotta, figure out where it'll be a good place to go because a lot of these places don't like Americans. So, I wanna go where we're celebrated and not hated,
That's right.
which
That's
is
right.
a list that's dwindling, but hey,
All right. It's all
we'll
right.
find something.
We'll find something. You'll get it.
Yeah, yeah.
You'll get it. Oh, really quick, let's talk about your vanity call sign. I'm sure you are something another call sign. How did
Yeah,
this one come up and why'd you pick this one?
yeah, I was KR4 CBR,
Okay.
and that lasted all of 3.5, 4 months.
Okay.
So I knew I was gonna get into CW. So I was like, "Oh," everybody's like, "Hey, look at the weight." And I figured out too that as you go a little faster, the weight matters a little less. But I was looking at the weight, so I was gonna want to change it. And then I was looking at just, well, if I'm gonna change it, then I want it to be something like for me. So either my initials or just something. And everything with R, my middle name is Alexander.
Okay.
So RAB, I didn't like any of that for CW. It's just a
Yeah.
whole lot of dits,
Uh,
and especially ending in a B.
yeah.
So AC4NK, I got there because that is the first initial for all three of my daughters, and the A is the second letter in my wife's name. So it's Lakin and then Cambry, Cadence, and Nevaeh.
Very cool. Very
So
cool.
yeah,
Eh, we
I was
share.
given what?
I was gonna say we share that too, because my
Yeah,
call sign is my wife's first name Erica, my daughter's name Layla, and my other daughter Sierra. So we share that as well.
nice, nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. I've been Forrest's Discord, and they were talking about vanities, and like Forrest has his original call,
He does.
and they were ragging on all the vanities. I was like, hey, I'm still, this is for my family, so
That's right.
you can't really talk about it.
That's right. That's right. It gives
Not
us
that that's gonna stop the jokes. Yeah.
it stops the jokes
Yeah.
and gives the wife a good reason of, hey, this is why I'm going out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm thinking about you. All right, so let's talk about home brewing. Have you built antennas? Have you built radios? What have you had on the shelf on the workbench?
Man, I have built nothing,
Oh
and
no.
when when time permits, I would like to. Like I watched some of Tim K5OHY's videos. He's built some nice like 4-to-1s and the antenna setups and like Yagis with telescopic
Nice.
whips. It's like man, and 3D printing and all that's like fascinating. I want to get into it more, and I have bought all the parts to do some of the projects he's shown,
Uh-huh.
and they're just sitting there right
All right.
now. I haven't had the time. Yeah.
You'll get to it.
I was thinking about just different things with using so at work I use a program called or a programming language for some things called Go.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, man,
Oh
it'd be
yeah.
nice to use that and kind of write some software
That's right.
for just I don't know, like ham clock is discontinued. I think somebody's gonna continue. I was
Right.
like, oh, I could do that or
Uh-huh.
something for propagation that's a little easier than the VoLCAP website, just different
Uh-huh.
things.
Uh-huh.
But they're all pipe dreams right now, so,
Absolutely. Absolutely. You get
uh,
we'll get to it. Big shout out to
yeah,
Tim K5OHY who has been on the podcast. But I do want to say
nice.
one of my mentors, Tim WB2KAO, shout out to him. He always says ham radio will be there. So when you have time for the hobby will have
Mhm.
time for you. So you get to
I like
that
that.
when you have time to it.
Yeah,
You get to it. It'll always be there.
I
So
like that. I like that a lot. I'll start, using that, and that's been the thing is, like, I tell people, "Well, I've only had time to either, like, do something project related or go get on the air," and
right.
right now, I'm choosing get on the air, and
Get
it's
on
more
the air.
fun. Well,
That's
I'm trying
right.
to get better at CW, I gotta get on the air, so,
That's right. That's right.
uh
Well, it is that time in the podcast, Ryan, where we go into the rapid fire questions. So, with the rapid fire questions, you can answer with one or two words. So, the first question is current sending speed, words per minute.
35.
35. Wow. Spoken fast. Paddle, straight key, or bug?
Pedal.
I think I know the answer to this next one. QRP or QRO?
QRO.
That's what I thought it would be. Oh, now that's what QRS or QRQ?
QRQ.
QRQ. What is your favorite POTA logging software?
Carrier wave.
Carrier Wave. Oh, I don't think I've
Yeah.
heard of that one. Interesting.
Yeah, it's new.
It's
We
new.
can talk
Okay.
about it
Yeah.
if we have
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about that one. Yeah. Take a second from that. Let's talk about Carrier Wave just to
Yeah.
give them a quick shout out.
Yeah, so they're, like, working on it now, and they had, I think maybe just a couple months, but, like, they're active and they have a s small group of people testing it out,
Okay.
and I'm lucky enough to be one of them, and, the biggest thing that I love about it they have a lot of features, I'll say that, and I came to them from the Polo app,
Yes.
and before that, I was using Hammers.
Yes.
So I love the Polo app. I love Hammers was alright too. Love the Polo app. And the biggest thing for Carrier Wave is like the command line when you're logging everything.
Right.
You don't have to log here and move a box. It's all like kind of regex. And all that is you can type in the call sign, put a space, type in the state and the signal report. and save it. Goes, or you
Wow.
can put the call sign, signal report, state, signal, and it'll just figure all that out. And it's just all in the same box. That has been extremely powerful in the field.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
we will all keep an eye out for carrier wave in the future. All right.
Yeah.
Back to the
Yeah.
rapid fire. Rapid fire. Back to 1 or 2 word answers. Favorite
Mhm.
contest?
Mm. CWT.
CWT. Favorite POTA activation spot?
Spot. Chickasaw State Park.
Okay. I think I've seen you there many times.
Mhm.
Favorite QRP rig?
Ooh. Aircraft K2.
Ooh, K2.
Yeah,
Okay.
K2.
K2. Favorite key or paddle?
Right now, the Zippy Paddle.
Oh, shout out to Zeus.
Yeah, yeah,
K8CES.
yeah. I love that thing.
All right. Favorite antenna?
Oh, say my diamond screwdriver.
Oh, okay. I didn't expect that answer. All right. And I think the last question, I think I know the answer to this because of the times you operate. Are you a morning gray line operator or a late night operator?
Late night.
Late
Yeah,
night.
easy choice.
Easy choice indeed. All right. Well, that concludes the rapid fire section, but we are going to get ready to close up this podcast. But before we close, I always ask the guests to go ahead and give some advice to both newish operators, CW operators, as well as experienced operators. What advice would you give the new and then also some advice for experienced operators?
Yeah, the new operators for CW is to get on the air as soon as possible. Even though you're gonna tell yourself you're no good, you suck, and it doesn't matter. Get on the air. And like parks on the air is the biggest practice field you can have. It's the best one. Just get out there, start hunting people, and then when you're ready, like when you know the characters for the script, the POTA script, start activating. And like, yeah, people are out there wanting to work you. I know people are shy usually. Go out there and sweat bullets and just get it done.
Get
That's a
done.
blast. And
Nice.
for the older people that are not new to CW, if they're getting back into it, I've come across some people that's getting back into it. They're let's get on the air, and I've actually had some people that, man, I've been at 18 words per minute for 10 years. I can't break the mode. I would say to them to, like, when you're practicing, crank the speed up and just fail forward. That's the biggest thing. Just fail forward. And when you pick yourself up, you'll be at 20 words per minute and you'll fall again. When you pick yourself up, next thing you know, you're at 25.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Fail forward. Love it.
Fail forward. Yeah.
Love it. All right, Ryan, it's that time. We're going to go ahead and close up this podcast. But thanks for being with me in the shack. But I want to wish you a fine and best 73s, and we'll catch you in the logs.
Yes, sir. 73s, my man. This was fun. I hope to do it again one day.
All right, sounds good. We will definitely make that happen. 73s.
See you.